Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dominique Martin, a licensed therapist. So, some of the most damaging relationship patterns don't look toxic at first. They look like sarcasm, they look like silence, they look like emotional distance, defensiveness, or constant tension that never fully goes away. And many toxic relationship patterns are disguised as disrespect, emotional immaturity, is also disguised as lack of trust, vulnerability, or constant arguing, emotionally withdrawing, shutting down, and it also often gets disguised as overstepping boundaries or communication styles like dismissing or minimizing thoughts or feelings. And the damaging part is some couples don't even realize they stuck in unhealthy patterns until the relationship starts to feel emotionally exhausting or feeling like it has reached a breaking point. But here's what's important to understand. Patterns are not one sided, and understanding impact and what contributes to patterns can help interrupt unhealthy patterns. Today, we're talking about what unhealthy relationship dynamics actually look like and why toxic behaviors persist, and how couples can begin changing these patterns before they destroy emotional connection. So, unhealthy relationship patterns are not always obvious, and sometimes they're very subtle. And it can look like one partner shutting down during conflict and the other pushing harder to be heard. One avoids vulnerability because they fear rejection, and the other interprets emotional distance as not caring. It can look like one partner dismissing, minimizing thoughts or feelings because they feel overwhelmed, and the other feeling emotionally invisible. And over time, these patterns create resentment, emotional disconnection, and loneliness, even when two partners genuinely love each other. And many conflicts stem from misunderstandings. That's something couples often miss. And what that may look like is overbearing behavior to one partner may actually be fear of abandonment. And what may look like avoidance may be emotional self protection. So, what looks like anger may actually be hurt. Let me say this does not excuse behavior, but understanding both sides of toxic behaviors and experiences is essential if couples want real change instead of repeating the same patterns. So, why does toxic behaviors persist? Because most unhealthy patterns are protective responses, and people learn long before the relationship even began. Partners may often carry unresolved wounds, fears, and communication habits and emotional survival strategies into relationships without realizing it. And someone may have grown up. If they feel ignored, they may become reactive during conflict. Someone who grew up where expressing emotions were not acceptable, normalized, or unsafe may emotionally withdraw or shut down. Someone who fears vulnerability may hide behind criticism, defensiveness, or competition. And when these protective behaviors show up, couples may become stuck in repeating unhealthy emotional patterns, often leaving both partners feeling misunderstood. And this is why the power of understanding matters so much, because up underneath many unhealthy dynamics, partners are trying, often unsuccessfully, to protect themselves emotionally. And when couples only focus on who is right or wrong, they may miss the deeper emotional reality driving the pattern. So, how do couples interrupt unhealthy patterns? First, couples have to stop seeing each other as being on opposing sides. The real problem is the pattern itself, and that means slowing down conflict instead of escalating it. It means becoming curious instead of defensiveness. And it means learning to ask, what's happening underneath this reaction, because communication is not just about words, it's about emotional safety. And the importance of communication is not simply talking more, it's learning how to communicate in ways that helps partners feel emotionally safe enough to be honest, vulnerable, and understood. Healthy communication includes listening to understand instead of listening to defend, naming feelings clearly instead of acting them out, and respecting boundaries and taking accountability, and staying emotionally engaged during difficult conversations. It also includes avoiding dismissing, minimizing thoughts or feelings, and sometimes the biggest shifts happen when couples start asking, how do we understand each other better? Because real change happens when partners feel seen, heard, and understood, and it transforms dynamics. That emotional experience changes everything. Defensiveness often grows, trust often grows, and conflict becomes less intense, and connection becomes possible. Every couple experiences conflict from time to time, and the presence of conflict does not automatically mean a relationship is unhealthy. But repeated patterns of disrespect, emotional disconnection, lack of trust, shutting down, overstepping boundaries, or constant emotional invalidation can slowly damage connection over time. Awareness creates opportunity. When couples begin understanding the emotional patterns underneath their behaviors, and they can start interrupting patterns instead of reinforcing them. Healing in relationships does not happen through blame. It happens through awareness, accountability, empathy, vulnerability, and communication. And often the most powerful transformation begins the moment partners feel understood. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship insights. As always, stay motivated, and I'll see you on the next video.